Yellow duckies, and welcome back to Queen's Wish 2. My name is Viola. If you like what you see, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. So, we have been around the town. We have investigated almost everything. That's different. Okay, I haven't seen that, but we need to... Oh, it's just the other side of the Raasa's place. Okay, we need to go into here. The small woman sitting on this bench, one of the few you've met in the Low Dhaga. She has nice clean clothes and properly cut hair. You have her pegged as from the gentle coast before she speaks. She rises and bows, very pleased to see you. Ah, what a relief. Someone who won't look at me as a strange pet who escaped a cage. I am Envoy Sharon, just here from the gentle coast. I am honored to meet you, Princess. Your name is Sharon. It is. It is indeed. Where did the name come from? I'm sure you have already guessed. I was named in honor of your mother after she married a man in the Low Dhaga. You'll find many who share the names Sharon and Darmal. I have heard that your mother is not well. Please accept the kindest wishes of the gentle coast. Question? Why are you here to meet the rest? They irritate me. My Raasa sends me requests and I pass them on. Here, they see the gentle coast as weaklings and insects, so I buzz in their ears until they deign to listen. I, of course, am exceptionally irritating. Are you irritating to the Duckets? Because I am a woman who dares to leave the walls of her clan house. The Low Dagans have backward ways. The Rokaj is a vessel of haven, not a pit of eternal anarchic violence. She says in a voice loud enough for the Raasa to hear. Of course the Dagans sometimes give a hint of joining civilized society. What do you think of the Low Dhaga? That they are the most perfect form of row, the height of bravery and courage. At least, that is what they tell me. So very brave. Why, their armed packs attacking the humble farmhouse of the gentle coast in the middle of the night is the height of row manliness. What is your current request? Of late, the Low Dhagan has filled with raiders. Most of those spilled into our lands. I believe you had the honor of killing several of those. I'm here to implore the Raasa here to, I don't know, actually do something for 1 minute. Have you talked to Haven's governor? The sea will rise to Kruger Krug before Governor Ato does anything. Ever. Excuse my frankness. You get raided a lot. Yes. That is how the Gentle Coast is rewarded for giving the Rokaj 2 centuries of prosperity. You enter the hall of the Raasa of the Low Dhaga. The local king gives his orders from this cool, cluttered warren. This hall is centuries old, painstakingly burrowed out of the stone, and every inch is full of artifacts and trophies. They tell the tale of centuries of victories and losses of the Low Dhaga. When you enter, the young Raasa of the hall smiles. He politely places his blade in the corner of the hall, making sure that you can see his muscles and scars. Then he returns to the table and starts pouring tea. The Raasa of the Low Dhaga leans against one of the cluttered tables of the hall. There's no shortage of strong men lining the walls. Security is strong. However, this man looks entirely capable of defending himself. He rises and gives you a bow deep enough to be respectful. Welcome, Envoy. I have awaited Haven's return, and I am happy you have made your way here. It is a troubled time. Perhaps we can work together to make things better. I'm Princess Viola of Haven. I have come on a diplomatic mission. I'm Raasa, Lawita, and I speak for the Low Dhaga. We can talk freely soon, of course, but first there are some old traditions we should take care of. Old traditions? This is a diplomatic ceremony, of course. I've never experienced one. It has been so long since I even paid attention to my troubled land. First, I must ask, have you received permission to travel the pilgrimage road as required by tradition and treaty? I have gotten permission to travel the pilgrimage road. He nods. You suspect that he already knew the answer. Thorokash appreciates this gesture of respect. You're welcome here, and I will help you conclude your diplomacy as quickly as possible. Yes, I am here on a diplomatic mission. He nods. His confidence is starting to worry you. And since this is a formal diplomatic mission from Haven, you're here to hear if I have any petitions. Do we need help, and are we, as vassals of Haven, entitled to ask you for it? That is correct. I'm sorry for saying something you already know. Over the last few months, the Low Dhaga has been beset by raiders, and yes, there are always raiders here. Our land is known for it. There are lots of them, but they are strange, and many are not from here. I know that there are raiders and wolves about. Yes, and in quantities. We have been fighting them, and we have not been winning. They're powerful. They have the aid of strange magic, and they are receiving support from outside. Which brings me to my petition. What is the petition? He takes a deep breath. He shuffles some papers around on the table. He is nervous for the first time, and you see why. Traditionally, these petitions are not important. He is asking for something real. We have tried to find the leader of these raids. The ones who plague us, hiding in the hostile peaks of the northern Dhaga. We have failed, so we must ask for your help. We petitioned a Haven to end these raids. Usually these petitions are just a formality. You let slip a moment of urgency. Usually Haven's lands are peaceful. Usually Haven acts to end these disruptions without being asked. Thorokash is a large place. I'm not sure how to find things. Don't worry. The cities of the Low Dhaga will guide you. I will help you. I need to get vengeance on these raiders. I will satisfy your petition. Raasa Lawita actually looks surprised for a moment. Excellent. Your brother, Prince Sutter, has a reputation as a hunter. You seem cut from the same stone. Well, we can provide you prey that will make for a great tale. Your petition has been heard. I will decide how to proceed. When you're ready to proceed, speak with me. I can tell you where to go. The raiders torment your vassals, and they tried to kill you. They are all eager, and we are all eager for vengeance. Soon, let us begin. That concludes the formalities. What would you like to discuss? You are the Raasa of the Low Dhaga. I have been given that honor. I hope I survive to serve for a long time. How did you become Raasa? To explain how the Rokaj does things would take a lifetime. I don't think we entirely understand it. The final decision takes place on Provokrog, our highest peak. The deliberations there tend to be violent and are always secret. How long have you served? I have held this post for 3 years. The clans of the Provokrog are wild, and they rarely hold the same opinion for 2 days. Yet, they still seem to like me. I got part of my education in Haven itself. I gained a lot of knowledge of politics by studying your mother. What are your duties? I do as little as possible. The clans of the Low Dhaga violently insist on ruling themselves as much as possible. I mainly settle arguments between the clans of the Low Dhaga, and between the Low Dhaga and the other provinces. Uru never has a shortage of arguments. I'd like to know more about the Low Dhaga. It is a beautiful, proud land. Ignore the insults directed at us by the other provinces. It is only jealousy. Travel our lands and see for yourself. I suspect you are eager to learn more. After all, Consort Darmal Your father was born here. You have some local practices that concern me. I don't doubt it. However, the way we are, our plans, our raids, our ways we deal with our people, these are our business. I advise you, don't cause trouble. Our people suffer torments enough. I'd like to know more about my father's clan. That is understandable. In a happier time, it would be possible. Right now, this is very difficult. I'm afraid that his clan is gone. Consort Damal in his life provided many advantages to his clan, your clan. When he died, a lot of the other clans were jealous and they wanted revenge. Darmal's clan moved beyond their reach to a new, prosperous land in the virgin wilds between here and Dagandia. You need not worry about them now, but I suspect you don't have time to visit them. None of them remain. Some of them stay in Rokaj to speak for them and to trade. Some of them are sure to greet you and claim a relation. Not all of those claims will be honest. I wish I could tell you more. I'm sure this is a disappointment. What else would you like to know? That's all I need to know for now. Then I bid you farewell. Return whenever you want. The door of the Raasa is always open. I'm gonna investigate things as I can. Ooh. You intercept an old Dagan man with a double-armed load of scrolls. He sets them down and gives you a little bow. Welcome, princess. I'm Ringenberg of the Northern Dhaga. I serve our wise young Raasa. He told me to tend to your needs. How do you serve? Like all of the other Raasas. Raasa Lawita is given an assistant. I take care of a variety of minor tasks, so that my master may pay attention to wrangling the clans. And what do you do? I make sure Raasa Lawita's halls are properly tended to. I keep records and take notes. I temporarily serve in his place if he dies. My duties are similar to the councils of your government. You think you're good at your job? I believe I am one of the best in all of the world. After all, I'm still alive. That is an issue. I am elderly, as you see. Often when a clan is angry at the Raasa, they will send the Geld Nas to kill an official or assistant, as a way of registering displeasure. I have made sure that I am more valuable to the Low Dhaga alive than dead. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I laugh at you, because I am curious. I am so curious. Oh, don't you see me? I am going to do all the things necessary. Okay. Alright, so let's go over to here, if we can. How do we get across the bridge? Or the water? How do we do? Preferably without dying. Oh. Fight! I mean, at least we can tell that we aren't going to have too much of a problem surviving. Here. Oh, let's go farther out into this. Find a small supply cache, half buried in the sand near the riverbank. It's probably left here by raiders. A big sandy pile of stolen goods. Most of the boxes contain tools and supplies, nothing you don't already have plenty of. In one of the boxes, among some iron bars, you find an ingot of strange silvery material. Interesting. Okay. Also, there may be a way to enter the tower from here. And that might be the way to get into the yard in another section of the Yardigo Tower. They told me to stay on the path, but you're close to Fort Precipice, one of Haven's forts in the Low Dhaga. As you get closer, you feel safer. Haven's forts are considered Haven land, and even the most crazed raider will think 3 times before trespassing there. Then again, the raiders of the row are mad enough to attack you personally, and many of those raiders, if not all, came from the Low Dhaga. Caution is still wise. The fort looks neglected, which is the usual state of affairs for Haven's forts in the Rocage. It will be interesting to hear the excuses of the chief here comes up with. Enter Fort Precipice, Haven's southern port in the Low Dhaga. As in a state of disrepair you have sadly come to expect. There are no smithies, no trading posts, and the walls need repairs. There are people here. A few guards practice in the parade grounds. Dhagan men have come from their clans to do business. Everyone is quiet and nervous. They look around constantly, awaiting a raid at any moment. Since raiders who tried to kill you probably entered the Gentle Coast for this reason. Their fear is understandable. It will take a lot of work to get this fort ready for the conflict that may be coming. The fort is now under your control. You have access to its resources and you can rebuild its buildings and shops. Also, you can now recruit Low Dhaga warriors. Neat. First things first. And I want to do this. Yes. So I do. Can't upgrade the fort yet. I don't have... Okay, so let's get smithy, carpenter, bakery. Doubt I'll have enough to do all of those, and let's take a look around our base here. Just to get a better feel. What it all looks like. let's see here. Oh, button. Chief Murph. Hello, Murph. This lone outpost, out in the middle of a dangerous, bandit-ridden wasteland, has been put in the charge of one exhausted old bureaucrat. Years of wind and sand have worn all color and energy out of him. Yet the habits of Haven are hard to shake. He rises slowly from his chair and bows. The presence of a princess even makes him almost show an emotion. Says, "Welcome, Princess Viola. I am Chief Murph of Fort Precipice. We're honored by your visit, and we hope you enjoy our hospitality. Beds are upstairs. May I give you my report?" I will take your report. As you have seen, this fort is miserably neglected. We are under attack, and I lack the supplies to build the smithies and other facilities needed. We have failed you. Why don't you have supplies? I answer to Governor Ato, who can be found in Azam. He distributes supplies to the forts and outposts of Haven. If you speak with him, I'm sure he can share his great wisdom with you. Why has this fort been allowed to decay so much? Governor Ato has given a list of reasons why we can't provoke the Rakash. For him, keeping proper Havenite forts is a provocation. I'm sure he would love a visit from you, so he can share his unique insights. Your problems are noted. I will get to work on fixing them. Chief Murph nods and then slumps back into his chair. This fort is little. My authority and resources have slipped away. I do have knowledge, though, and I can share with you all I can. Tell me more about you. I don't expect to be very interesting. I have given my life serving Haven. First as a soldier, then a council, then 10 years ago I was elevated to chief. Your mother was at the ceremony. It was a great honor. Peak of my life. Then I asked to come to the Rokaj, this violent land. Is this your first post as chief? My second. My first post was in a prosperous, peaceful land. I barely had to act. Many would cherish such a post. I was foolish enough to want more challenge. Why did you choose to come here? I wanted to end my career with, he chuckles, glory. I wanted to hold this fort against chaos. I've been punished for my ambition. Have you done any fighting? No. I drilled my soldiers as best I can, but we have not had one battle. Governor Ato had us stay here. The only order I get is to not provoke the Low Dhagans. Now they provoke us. Tell me about Fort Precipice. I have 2 forts in the Low Dhaga. Haven's land. I command here. I do all I can, which has been nothing, it appears. What is the history of the Low Dhaga? The Low Dhagans are a people with an expansive character. The High Lithians stay on the peak. The Kranis folks love their woods too much to leave. But the Dhagans, with their sandy land and brutal past, the Low Dhagans are raiders. They attack and raid, and they nurture grudges for centuries. They are the eternal fire of the Row. Have you been attacked here? Oh no. Low Dhagans are fierce, but they are wily. They won't attack this fort. They just flow around it to spread chaos. That doesn't mean they will never attack us. They will, one day. It's just that when the attack comes, it will be fast and lethal. This fort needs to be rebuilt. Yes, your presence gives me hope that rebuilding can happen. I don't have the authority to give the necessary order, but you do. The main thing we lack is supplies. You should get some supplies. I'm not allowed to have them because I would use them. That would be a provocation, so forbidden. Why didn't you tell Haven about your situation? There was a time when I made an effort, when I argued. I sent messages about this fort back to Haven. However, they went astray. What happened to the messages? All messages back to Haven have to pass through Governor Ato's office. Somehow they were lost. Okay, I'm starting to see the problem here. I'd like to know more about your governor, Governor Ato. Shakes his head. He's my superior, so I don't want to criticize. It is bad form. He has made all the strategic decisions here. I follow them. Use them as that, if you want more detail. How long has Ato been here? 4 years. He came a year after I did. His predecessor was also timid, but I was allowed to do basic maintenance. Do you speak with him often? Once. We talked frequently. Then we argued frequently. Then we kept to ourselves. He has the power. I just do my job as best I can. How has Ito's performance been? You must judge it yourself. I imagine that judging Ito is the reason that you're here. I can say that I have complained constantly. My letter will be in his records. If he is to be replaced, that is your decision. What did he say about your complaints? He does not listen to me. He has not for years. He cares about peace. That means not provoking the row, which means not doing anything. Whether the Low Dhaga see this as weakness, that is your decision. Could he be replaced? He can, if you say so. The problem is, who will replace him? I can't. I'm too old, too worn down. Ambitious, skilled Havenites have not stayed under Ato's command. I would have to find someone better than him. Or you would have to find someone better than him. Good luck. There's been a lot of unrest lately. Yes, to our eternal shame. We know that raiders tried to kill you. We never would have imagined such an outrage. It's just the Rokaj begging for bloodshed. Where do you think the raiders were from? The raiders who attacked you came from Low Dhaga, but that does not mean they originate there. They could have come from anywhere in the Rokaj, gathered in the Low Dhaga, then descended into the Gentle Coast. Don't be too hasty to blame the hill folk. They're not fools. Have raiders attacked here? No. Fort Precipice has not been attacked in many years. When it is, the attacks will come in the dark, and it will be lethal. So, oh. Well. We get a mirror message. When you approach the mirror, it fills with mist. The mist resolves into Sutter's misshapen head. Really unsettling. Our scouts say you entered the Low Dhaga. You're progressing. Good. That place is interesting. How so? Our father was the son of Raasa there. That is where Mother met him. When they married, and he left the Low Dhaga a long time ago, but I'm sure they remember him in a way. Maybe I will learn more about him. I doubt it. You'll see some statues. They'll fall over themselves to tell you how mighty and wise he was. But actually learn anything? No. Anyway, your purpose there. Tell me about my job. Find the Raasa, hear complaints, make the modest effort to resolve them, find our governor there, and make sure he isn't a drooling idiot. Anything else I should know? Not really. Low Dhaga is not terrible. They're skilled stoneworkers. They have sources of precious deep metal. And you might be able to obtain some. It's pretty, I recall. It's just not worth much of the time of a full Princess of Haven. What would Father want me to do? Long tense silence. When Sutter speaks, his voice has an edge of anger. Father is dead. He's been dead for a long time. We still have our mother, the queen. Do what she wants. Go. Oof. Tense much? When you approach the mirror, the surface fills with sparkling silver fog. You hear Delia's voice. Princess? Viola, are you there? You're there, aren't you? You hear her slap the mirror. Yes, you are there. You've been into the Low Dhaga. It's our father's homeland. It is in your blood. What do you think of it? It's very moving. It's a beautiful land. You go on at length about how the raw beauty of the Low Dhaga. The peaks, the wind, the sky. Delia makes a few noises in response. She isn't really paying attention. Yes, I wish I could see it, but Governor Ado. Alright, our eyes and hands there. Have you met him? I met him. Good. I'm sure you've seen him and you've evaluated the situation. What is your opinion? It's terrible, Governor. Everything's falling apart. I applaud your accurate evaluation, although seeing what is before your eyes can't have been much of a challenge. Raiders and beasts are overrunning the hills, and he has lost control of the situation. What, in your questionable opinion, needs to be done? He needs to be replaced. Yes. He needs to be transferred quickly to a place where he can do no harm, somewhere miserable. You need to make an example of him. However, we can't do it yet. Take note of this. You need to tell Miranda that he can stay. Why? Because we don't have a good replacement for him yet? Governor positions are very valuable. They mean wealth and influence for the families who run them. We need to find a noble who can do the job and who we need to buy off. This takes time. As we say. And so we say. He stays for a short time. Remember that when Miranda asks for your judgment. I think he's too incompetent to be tolerated a moment longer. He is terrible, but you are there. You have time and power. You can improve the situation enough that 8 over a week can be tolerated for a short time. Don't worry. We will make him pay for wasting your time. Is there no Havenite here who can take his place? No. As I said, it's a delicate sort of decision. It's my job to make it in a way that gets maximum advantage for our family. Can I take his place? Oh, my unpredictable sister. I did not predict that the Stark Hills of Low Dhaga would call to you so strongly. Still, absolutely not. That position is utterly below a Princess of Haven. And one of the rogue replacements? No. They will offer, I am sure, but the Queen never allows citizens of our vassals to become governors. Outsiders are a valuable part of our empire, but we can never trust them with that much power. I'm sure the Roe will offer governors aplenty. Ignore their honeyed words. Such a decision would greatly displease Mother. What should be done then? Talk to Raasa, Lawita. You will be asked, no doubt, to kill a bunch of raiders. Kill a bunch of raiders, claim victory, move on. I will take care of the diplomacy after. Now, I think we have a few minutes to talk of lighter things. I want to tell you about... What? A report from where? Oh no, that's full out. Miss Fade's mirror quiets. Seriously, the mirror quiets? When you approach the mirror, you hear Delia's voice. Normally she's cheery and reassuring, even when she's mad at you. Today she was unusually quick. Oh, yes, this is Delia. Mother wanted to check in on you every time you reclaim a new fort. She's unavailable. I will do it. Let's make this quick. Mother's unavailable. What? She's queen. She has important jobs. She's entirely well. Let's conclude our business. Is something wrong? Everything's fine. Do you want to report about the fort? I imagine it has been neglected and you are restoring it. Well done. Another step on the way to finishing this job. To be honest, this conversation is only at Mother's request. I'm a little tired of the row. You don't care about them? No more than for any other vassal. Mother keeps saying I have their blood. They are part of me, and so on and so on. But it's not my home. I've barely been there. Maybe I should feel something, but I don't. How do you feel about it? They're strange people. I want to learn more. You know something? I can understand it. Maybe if I visit, I would feel more. I just don't have time. Mother's list consumes my life. Or maybe nothing would change. Remember, you've only been there once. When all 5 of us visited the road before Father died. What do you remember about that trip? Managed to laugh. You were but a baby, but I was old enough to make memories. I remember bloody beef, shouting warriors, some sports where they punch each other, beautiful mountains and cold swimming. I didn't like it. Someday I'd like to bring you back here. Maybe. I'd like to travel with you. Maybe together we can find some wonder there. But only after it has been pacified. I have your report. 3/4. My obligation to Mother is done. We will speak soon. Now the merry-go-round starts. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode, so thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to keep up to date on all the videos, and remember to free the feral wildflower in you. Bye-bye!